So I recently went out and bought the most expensive pair of fake Yeezys that I could find on the market, and I wanted to give you guys an up close and personal look at that shoe comparison to the authentic pair. What is going on, guys? Hess here from CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, and happy shopping. Today we're going to go ahead and break down this fake pair of Yeezys and just kind of give a close-up look at this pair versus the authentic pair. Now, I know that there's 1,000 of these videos already out there on YouTube. I personally have never really experienced them firsthand, so I thought I'd share my firsthand experience kind of with you guys as we're looking over these at the same time. Now, a couple caveats that I want to throw out here from the very beginning that I don't know if a lot of other people cover, but it's something that you guys definitely need to keep in mind. I'm not the dude that's going to come out here and point out that the spacing here is a little bit more or less than on this pair, because the reality is this spacing might be off on the authentic pair comparison to another authentic pair. Remember that these are handmade, so people are actually taking and stitching this on to the back of the shoe. They're holding it down or doing whatever they have to do and stitching that on. If they slip, it's going to be back further. If they slip, it's going to be up further. And that can be said with any part of this shoe. When they're putting the prime knit on top of the midsole, this might actually be glued up a little bit higher or lower than on another authentic pair. Case in point, this is two authentic pairs that you're looking at right here. This one, it's a little bit higher. This one, it is a little bit lower. So those type of things are going to happen. They're going to happen on a regular basis. So it's really, really important to know when you're out there on the open market trying to buy a pair of shoes, and or you see a pair like in one of my videos or in other people's videos, and and I get this all the time because people call me out and say that my Beluga 2.0s are fake because X, Y, or Z things that they saw on this shoe that they didn't think looked right, because they saw an Instagram post between an authentic and a replica pair, and mine have more signs of a replica pair. So that is what everybody's going to think because they saw that one post. I just want to make note that it's just not that easy, unfortunately, in this day and age to know that somebody has an authentic pair or if somebody has a replica pair. Obviously, there's a lot of power on the person that actually bought the product. And what I mean by that is if you bought the authentic product and people are calling it fake, you know they're authentic. If you bought a fake pair and you're trying to sell it as authentic, that's a problem. Like, that's to me where this whole thing gets sideways. So I wanted to make this video for those people out there that are basically like me. I want to make sure that I buy authentic products. I don't want to be caught buying a pair of replica products. And there's a lot of variance on the authentic products, but there's a lot of variance on the replica products. One other thing that I wanted to mention in this video, I bought the zebra Yeezys instead of the frozen yellows because this one is an older release now, and I know that these companies still produce these shoes to this date. So the difference between the authentic pair and the replica pair is the authentic pair has a release date. They have a manufacture date. They were made during a certain period of time. The replica pair could be still made today. They could be making these as we speak because there is no limit to when they can create these, which also means there's no limit to when they can make the improvements to the replicas to make them more like the authentic pair. So as we go down the line and as we wait further and further from the release dates, it's not safe. It still doesn't mean you're safe on the open market to be able to buy the authentic shoe. And if you think you're seeing a really good deal on eBay, that doesn't mean you're going to be really getting a good deal on eBay, because there's a good chance that somebody is doing the bait and switch sort of thing. They may have an authentic pair, they may have a replica pair, and they may be switching it out and trying to sell you the replica pair. If you've been burned by buying a pair of fake Yeezys, just leave a comment in the comment section and let us know what pair you ended up getting burned and how you ended up trying to buy it. Because honestly, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are newer to sneakers in the last couple years, but have not really seen the replica side of the market, which is just unbelievably close to the real thing. Other people are out there and they're snakes. They know what they're doing. They know that they're switching them out, and they're giving you a $150 product for something that you're paying $800 for. And you can get burned by these people really, really easily, and they're profiting a ton from that. Just be mindful of a lot of that out there, and just know that the fake sneaker market has evolved a ton since the 80s and the 90s. And nowadays it's no joking matter. Like, it's really close to the authentic product. And all I can say is if you really just want to support the brands, make sure you're trying to buy the authentic products. Now, I know it can be really frustrating when you want to actually buy a pair of these and you don't have the $600 or $800 to buy a pair on the open market because you missed out on the pair at retail. All you want to pay is retail, and this is the closest option to this. So that's, some people actually might do that. They might go ahead and say, yep, I'm going to do this because I'm not paying the $600, and shame on you, brand, for not producing enough of these to be able to let me have the pair that I wanted in the first place. So, you know, I get it. There's kind of a catch-22 in a sense where people just don't want to settle for paying resale, and so they'll want to buy something that's fairly close. And if that's what you want to do, then that's on you to be able to do that. I'm not judging you because that's what you guys have decided to do. But if you're buying the fake pairs to just pass them off as real and stuff, then that's where the problems can arise. Who wants to be stung out of a $600 or $700, $800 investment and then getting something that's not real? Like, that'd be like going to the grocery store and buying all your groceries with cash and then getting change back and having all that change be fake, and then you can't use it again. Like, I personally ended up getting stung off of a pair of Ray Allen 13s years ago because I didn't know how good the replica market was, and I figured that somebody on eBay had a lot of high positive feedback and they looked like a trusted seller and the price point was really good and all these other things. And of course what they sold me was a fake, and of course what they sold to a lot of other people's were fakes that they just didn't know. So you just got to be careful out there, man. People are snakes again, and you don't want to get caught up in all that. One other thing that I want to touch on before we really dive into this is unauthorized versus authorized. Now, I know that that is a term that is thrown out there all the time of like, well, this is an unauthorized version because I paid like $180 for this version of the fake version or the replica version of the Zebra Yeezy Boost 350 V2. So this is considered an unauthorized version because Adidas didn't authorize the creation of this shoe. In my opinion, you can call these whatever you want, unauthorized, fake, replicas. It is what it is. They're not authentic. And that is the bottom line. Adidas paid for this pair to be made. Adidas did not pay for this pair to be made. And Adidas sold these ones at an authorized retailer, and these ones were backdoored from China. And you saw the packing slip that I showed you guys in the unboxing, which was like $42 that they said that I paid for this shoe, which just means they were just trying to dodge customs, I guess. At the end of the day, call it unauthorized. You can say that this came out of the same factories. It was made after hours, before hours, made with the same materials. It's still not an authorized product. I would honestly question whether they actually used the exact same materials on this one as they did on this one. Personally, I feel like some of the materials may be exactly the same, but some of them are definitely not. This is not a one-to-one to the authentic product because they used a couple things that were different in this shoe than the ones that they actually ended up releasing. And so my rant of that is over with. I know I'm probably ruffling feathers. People don't like it when I talk about replicas and stuff, but I think it is important to educate people that are newer to the sneaker market and don't really realize that they have products like this out there that look really close to the authentic product and would trick anybody if you walk by with these on the street. So hopefully this video is a little bit value to those people that are just not aware of the replica scene like this. And if this video is valuable to you, leave a thumbs up on the video. It's much appreciated if you do that. But now that we've gotten so far into the video, if you guys are still here, so let's look a little bit closer. I want to grab the same exact shoe on each of these so we can actually see an exact look. First of all, they do both have these hang tags on the shoes, and they're both on the same spot on both shoes. I feel like they've really gone through and perfected the way that these are laid out. One thing that somebody's going to definitely note is, and I got to keep these straight myself, this is the authentic, this is a replica pair. Like, people are going to go, oh, well, see, this down here was stopped too low or something like that versus the top one. You can see it matches. And then I can pull my other retail pair out and show you it's just different on every single pair. So retail pair, much more spacing on this one down here in the white, and then this one right here has a little bit of spacing between this area. So all three of them are different. Two of the three are authentic. This is my pair that I switched my laces on, just so you guys know. And this back section right here is definitely improved upon from where it was. It has like kind of the three stripes on both of them, and the stitching and stuff looks pretty much the same. If you guys are noticing some things that are different though, as you're watching this video, just feel free to leave a comment down in the comments and let us know what you're seeing. The replica pair has like more thread in the stitching than the authentic pair, as you can see. The logos and the colors look pretty much spot on. This section comes up a little bit more, but again, keep in mind what I already mentioned. Both the soles look exactly the same, and this is my DS pair. You could see kind of the faint discoloration on the sole. And then when you rotate around, you can see that little notch on the back. And this rubber material right here actually feels pretty significant, like actual rubber in this section, because that wraps down to the bottom of the shoe. This is definitely where things get interesting, because this is where you can tell that this is actually the fake one and this is the authentic one. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, well, it's easy to tell because of the shape of the little dots on the bottom. This one has like a square of dots on the back, and this one has like a diamond shape of the little dots on the back. You can see a little diamond shape right there. I don't know if you can see it, it's really faint. It has little dots like around right here like this. And so this is a square. So people are gonna think that that is a firm indicator. But I did wanna show you guys one other thing. I do have another pair of the authentic Yeezy Boost 350 V2s, and you can see on the back section, it has the same square shape on the bottom of mine, that it doesn't have the diamond shape. So even on the authentic pairs next to each other, like the authentic pair of this colorway and the authentic pair of this colorway, the Boost can be different from what it looks like. I don't know. And I'm not the expert on these things. I really just am looking at these things for the first time, but there is some differences. And I want to point out some of the things that maybe others haven't, that it might look this way on one shoe and it might look different on the other one. But that just goes to show you guys the inconsistencies between even the authentic products. The biggest tell for this though is definitely the Boost. And the wife actually guessed this. I showed her these shoes for the first time and had her guess which one was authentic and the replica. And she actually got it because of the bottom, and it was super fast. And
these are the fake ones.
you think these are the fake ones?
Yeah, and these are the real ones.
She actually showed me the difference, so I don't know how or why. She doesn't even wear that many pairs of Boost, but pretty cool that she was able to tell. So as she mentioned, you could see the difference in this one because it has kind of more bulbs sort of sticking out, and it's definitely more separate pellets that are actually fused together versus this one, where I know it looks like it in the camera, but when you have this one in hand, it's like they're pellets that are fused together, but they are done so in like a different way. Boost is a little bit more congealed, I guess, or something than the fake one, but that is definitely the easiest telling point for me. The other major thing is the smell of this smells different. I don't know if it's the Boost or if it's the glue used for the midsole, but it's a different smell than this one. I know it's weird to be able to judge it off of the smell, but ultimately, like, that's how I could tell the difference. The pull tabs look pretty close to the same. This one looks a little bit wider than this one. Thicker material for the stitching than on the authentic. Anyways, that is my look at these side by side. What do you guys think, man? I mean, if this isn't eye-opening to you guys, this is why personally I only buy off of trusted sites or from trusted people. And I've been stung a couple times before in the past. You just have to be really, really careful. And the bottom line is, if you think a deal is too good to be true, it just might be. So do not waste all of your money on a pair of sneakers. And just again, so you guys know, I paid for these shoes. They were not given to me for free. I actually bought them with my own money. I can get them for free. I'm positive of it, because these companies have been emailing me for like 5 years trying to get me to jump on board and promote their fake products. But that's definitely not something that I'm interested in doing. So I do not reply back to any of those emails. And that's why there's not going to be a link to be able to buy this one in the description. So for those that are wanting to buy the fake pair, for whatever reasons you may have out there for wanting that, you have to do your own searching on the internet for that. Just know that it's a really sketchy world. When you end up buying illegal, unauthorized products from foreign sites, there's a number of things that can go wrong. So just keep that in mind. It might not be the easier way out in the long run. But yeah, that's enough of rambling for this video. Hopefully you guys found it useful. And if you guys want to see more of these, like, leave a comment in the comment section. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If again, you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in seeing other sneaker videos. And if you guys would like to hit the thumbs up button, please do so, as well as hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post. At this time, you should see some videos on the screen. If you guys want to click any of those videos, feel free to go check those out. Thank you guys for stopping by again, and we'll catch you guys for some more sneaker videos soon. Peace, guys.